The new season is upon us, and I don't know whether to feel nervous or excited right now. With all the transfer business, with rumours that there's even more to come, I should feel excited, but I can't help but still feel scorned after last season. How will Amorim approach this opening game though? We've had a lot of talk about how he's improved the fitness standards of this squad. There's a lot of talk about how together this squad is right now, but that's all well and good. But unless United start winning matches, it doesn't count for an awful lot.
Damn straight.
There was also a lot of talk about how pre-season was vital to Amorim. He needed that to instill his tactical ideas. Well, we need to see evidence of that starting off in the Premier League now. Who should be in the starting 11 for the opener though? And how will Amorim approach this game? Are we going to sit and park the bus up against title challengers Arsenal? Let me know what you guys think down in the comments down below. Drop a like for enjoy, subscribe if you're new around here, and let's get into it. First up, the starting 11. And starting with the goalkeeper, Onana is the obvious choice. Yes, he doesn't fill me with confidence. None of the United goalkeepers do. If it's going to be a backup, if Onana's not fit, then Tom Eaton should be starting. I don't know how Bayandera still gets minutes. Don't know why he's really still at the club. But Onana, we know he's got a lot to prove. We seem to say that every season. But now really is do or die. Because I think United are looking to be more ruthless in the transfer market. If it wasn't for the amount of business the United need to do elsewhere, I think Onana would have been gone. He's hidden away a little bit with that injury, stayed out of the limelight. But now, if he is going to be fit, he's going to be dumped right back into it. Next up are the centre-backs. And I've gone with these three. Heaven, is he going to be fit? I watched him get taken off in that Fiorentina game. We don't really know an awful lot about his injury. The same with Mazraoui. He could easily play on the right-hand side. But we haven't heard much about him since he went off injured. Hasn't played a lot in pre-season, so I don't expect him to play up against Arsenal. With Heaven and Euro being in there as well, actually, a super inexperienced back line. Maguire in there is going to have to do a lot of the experienced talking work. But I just think having Heaven in there, if he is fit, he's much more of a physical presence to cope with someone like a Gyökeres. If we were to go with Luke Shaw in that position, we've seen him there in pre-season. I do think it's a decent position for Luke Shaw, but I do just worry with him up against the physicality that the Arsenal striker is going to provide. And in that centre-back position, yes, some people might have a go at me for it, but for me, Maguire is a better option in there than De Ligt. For me, he's simply a better player. I know people are going to have a go at me for that, but that's simply my opinion. I do just think Maguire has all the physical traits that De Ligt has. He's just a slightly better passer of the ball. Ideally, we'd upgrade on them both, but currently right now, we've got other issues to sort out. Then in the wing-back roles, I think this is the one that Amorim, it kind of picked itself. I've gone with obviously Dogo on the left-hand side, Ahmad on the right. Obviously, you could play Dalot on that right-hand side, and I think Amorim was a lot more conservative with his wing-backs last season. We've seen in pre-season, though, that he does like to play Ahmad in that right wing-back spot. I do think he will go with him there in this game. I do hope that he does, anyway, because I want him to take that risk now. I want to see how Ahmad can continue that link-up with Mbeumo on that right-hand side. Obviously, it's going to be a little bit of a risk. Defensively, you are going to miss out a little bit. But I think if you're going to play this five at the back, you need to take those sort of risks. And then with that midfield too, I do think Amorim is going to go with the experienced ones. I expect Casemiro and Fernandes to continue. We saw it a lot at the end of last season. We've seen it a bit in pre-season as well. And you've obviously seen a little bit of Ugarte and Kobe Mino playing together in pre-season, but that didn't quite click as much as we'd wanted to. I think you had one good game, the other game not so much. I think Casemiro and Fernandes is going to continue. United obviously are going to want to get belaboured in before that transfer deadline, and then Amorim can start doing a little bit more tinkering. But I think for now, these two is going to be them. Obviously, defensively, it's going to be a major risk. I don't like Fernandes being in there particularly when you got Casemiro, not very athletic anymore. I think ideally United would move on, but obviously that's going to be a thing for down the line now. But I do think with Casemiro and Fernandes, at least the experience is there. But I do think this is the area where the game is won or lost. Up against the midfield three of Arsenal, probably Zubimendi, Rice and Odegaard. Look at there's a lot of quality there for Arsenal. Can United's midfield two really compete? That's the biggest area of concern I've got for this game.
Is what it is. It is what it is.
And then finally in attack, the only major question is whether Seshko's going to be fit. If he is fit, this is going to be Amorim's starting lineup. I haven't got much doubt about it. You've seen Mbuemo and Cunha. They've started to come more and more in pre-season. They're fit now. Seshko, he had a bit of pre-season with Leipzig. He obviously, the United had an under-21s game behind closed doors with Seshko in it. So I do think the United are trying to get him up to speed. I don't want any of this false nine nonsense. You saw it with Mount up against Fiorentina. Mount is a decent option for Amorim. I do expect him to play some minutes in this Prem season. But if that false nine, you have no outlet when you're trying to build up. You have no box presence when you get to the opposition box. I do think Amorim likes a big striker. The reason why we brought Seshko in. If Seshko isn't fit, I would still like to see Højlund. United haven't got rid of him just yet. Can he prove to us that he's there and he can fight for his place? But it does look as if Amorim's mind is already made up on that one. Cunha is an option. Xerxes isn't fit just yet. So I do really expect Seshko to start. Maybe get 60 minutes out of him. And then you can start changing it from there then. This front three though is going to be vital for United this season. And it's going to be vital for United in this game as well. But the main thing I want to see from it is, can Amorim show the evolution of playing more of it on the front foot against top opposition? We saw a lot last season of United going into that back five shape very quickly, playing that 5-4-1 and playing on the counter-attack more than anything else. Amorim, after those games, did say a lot of times that he wants to see a different United eventually, and he said we would expect that. Eventually, once he gets his ideas instilled, once he gets more of his own players in there, then United can play differently in these games. When are we going to start doing that now, though? But simply, we just got to win games. We've got a very tough schedule to start the Premier League campaign. This game is huge. It being at home is huge, though. We haven't had a very good home record for a while. But I think it does still massively help in the Premier League. Can we get a win under our belts on the opening day? Make a massive statement up against a team that's expected a challenge for the title. Would be huge for the confidence of these players, for the confidence of this squad, if we can get the win on that opening day. I'm absolutely bricking it, but I just hope that Amorim's got something up his sleeve for this one. Let me know what you guys think. What's your score predictions? Down in the comments down below. As always, guys, drop a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new around here. I'll catch you in the next one.